Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Nick Gray, and today I'm doing a smartphone camera comparison with the all-new Pixel 5, which I'm using to record right now, and matching that up against the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE, which came out just a couple weeks back. Now, as I do in all of these smartphone camera comparisons, everything that you see in this video is recorded on these two devices. So keep an eye on the bottom of the screen to see which device and which cameras from that device are being used. With that, let's jump into some side-by-side spec comparisons between these two devices to see how they match up on paper. We're going to start things off with the triple camera system on the back of the Galaxy S20 FE. All three of those are actually 12 megapixel sensors for a standard ultra wide and then a 3x telephoto zoom. And then for the front-facing camera, you have a 32 megapixel front-facing camera that can record 4K video at up to 60 FPS, as can the three sensors on the back of the phone as well. And switching over to the Pixel 5, you have a dual camera setup on the back of this phone. A 12 megapixel main sensor and then a 16 megapixel ultra wide camera, which is actually a first for Google. They swapped this one in to replace the 2x zoom that they had on the Pixel 4 last year. As for the front facing camera, you have a 8 megapixel sensor up there that can record video at 1080p 30 FPS, while the rear cameras can record 4K video at 60 FPS, which is an upgrade over last year's device that could only record at 30 frames per second. So now that we've gotten the specifications of the Pixel 5 and the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE all squared away, let's jump into some side-by-side photo and video comparisons with these two devices in a variety of different lighting conditions to see how they perform in everyday use. And here's a look at video capture from the front-facing cameras on both of these devices. Just as a reminder, the Galaxy S20 FE can capture video at 4K 60 FPS versus the 1080p 30 FPS of the Pixel 5. But both of these do use electronic image stabilization for the front-facing camera to keep the video as steady and smooth as possible in situations like this when you're recording and walking down the street. But we'll have to see which one actually does a better job at that. And this here is a look at video quality from the front-facing cameras on both of these devices in a low light condition like this at night. Just as a reminder, what you're getting out of the Pixel 5 is only 1080p video at 30 FPS, while the Galaxy S20 FE can capture 4K at up to 60 FPS, but what you're looking at right now is at 30 FPS. As far as quality of the video goes, it's really hard to tell on the screens here, but both of them seem to pull in roughly about the same amount of light in low light situations like this, so it really comes down to the clarity of the video at the very end. going to do it for the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE camera comparison against the Pixel 5. Let me know in the comments which of these two devices you would rather use on a day-to-day basis for capturing photos and videos. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon as well. I have a lot more camera comparisons with the Pixel 5 coming up, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next one.